Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Farah Adiba, 255880. So I will continue with the objective video. First of all, what is employee performance management? Okay, this is referred to how the worker behave in the workplace and how well they perform their tasks that they are required to do. Managing employee performance is a very critical aspect of organizational efficiency, and also that to ensure that the workforce will meet the business goal. And that is why the organization must ensure that their employee understand the performance metric, method of assessing the employee performance, and also the way how to improve their performance. Next, how employee performance impact the organization. Actually, there are a lot of employee performance that can give impact to the company. But I will explain 3 of them, which is the first one, employee have the good skills in the job scope, employee show a good work ethic, and the employee have extensive knowledge in the field of work. First, employee have a good skills in their job scope. This is because those skills are very crucial in determining their ability to perform their duties. And the employee skill set will create the understanding of the work task and how they effectively to perform their daily job. Next, when the employee have the right skills, they will able to understand to perform their job scope and what to expect from it. They will have a better understand and prepare their job activities, and this is very easily for them to achieve their organizational goals. Second is the employee show a good work ethic. When the employee have a good positive work ethic, they will be more focused and responsible for their work. An individual can also foster a spirit of achievement that will positively impact their career development as well as the company productivity. Next, when the employee have a good ethic, they will always get their job done on time, and they will usually give their employer a better result for the overall performance. Lastly, the employee have extensive knowledge in their field of work. This is one of the biggest company asset. Okay, when the employee has the extensive knowledge, they will able to manage their work to become more efficiency and able to make the right decision on the behalf of the company. And other than that, the ability that they have will enable them to share their knowledge to other co-workers, which will give benefit to the entire of the company. Thank you.
Okay, I present about work from home. Work from home is a concept where the employee can do their job from home. This also can be helpful because it can delivering work-life balance to the employee. It also help the company to get the work done easily. Nowadays, most of the employers are offering this option to their employees. Working from home can reduce the amount of distraction these workers face. It also can minimize the distraction and increase the time they spend to focus on the project. I think the work from home job are very much reality because of nowadays virus. There are many benefits for work from home that we can get. Firstly, there is more job applicant for a particular job with certain people with location constraint or disabled people can apply for the job. Even parents with children tend to leave the job can be retained for the job. Next is there is more work-life balance. Many people claim that more quieter or friendly atmosphere is found at home, which help to concentrate on the work as well as they can complete the assigned work quickly. Besides, there is a lot of saving with respect to cost of infrastructure like spaces, electricity bill, and many more. The employees will feel motivated as they get a good work-life balance and improve their productivity that can improve their work performance when they feel motivated. Okay, for the company should practice the work from home because if something disaster happens such as virus that cause the employee cannot go out for work, so workers are used to working from home. Moreover, beside the advantage, there is also have disadvantage as well. Firstly, there is always a major problem with monitoring the work. It will be difficult to monitor the employees' work. Then, the cost of technological infrastructure that is required for implementing the concept. After that, there is always a security problem with data being transferred and that cannot be monitored easily, as all job does not all job not all job is suitable for work from home concept. Sometimes communication problem between employees make it problematic for a job. For example, for a group task, it can be problem to discuss the task in online because some of them maybe do not have the internet connection at their house. Okay, there are both advantages and disadvantages for this work from home concept. But still, most companies are offering this to its employees, and this has been a new trend this day. However, some people think the ideal way should be splitting the week with some days working from home and others day visiting office. By doing that, many of the pitfall can be taken care of. So this depends on employers which procedure to follow. Hence, this conclude the definition of work from home along with its overview. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Amira Diana binti Kasim. My matric number is 253328. I will continue the presentation regarding past performance evaluation. There are three different methods in past performance evaluation. The first method is our company using key performance indicator, which is a KPI, followed by behavioral competency, and the last one is functional and supervisory competency. First of all, I would like to explain about key performance indicator. Each of employee will be evaluated regarding to their KPI, and overall rating for KPI for the company is 70%. This means that the employee should do a better job in the company, since the company will look over the KPI's achievement. Every employee will be evaluated with 7 key objectives, and the key result will be ranked from rank 1, which is 1 means unsatisfactory, to the rank 5, which is 5 means excellent one. This is because the employee are responsible to do things like transform raw materials and help with transformation process, which is include replenishing, distributing and supporting. This activity will be measured in key performance indicator. Every employee in the company will have the same key performance indicator, which is, for example, if the key performance objective that the company focuses are on to ensure human capital and admin budget is well spent for the benefit of staff, to ensure that 65% of the staff attending the course. The company uses a very good objective since it has a good characteristic such as specific, clear and challenging. This means that the employee has a broad knowledge, skills and abilities, will score almost 70% for the KPI criteria. We will move on to the second method, which is behavioral competency. Behavioral competency is used to enhance the competency of the staff at all the positions in the organization for smoother transition of workflow. Uh, in this company, which is Udaland Sendia Berhad, the overall performance rating for behavioral competency is 50%, which is like I said, that KPI indicator is 70%. Behavioral competency is 50%, and the rest one is for functional and supervisory competency. Measuring behavioral competency is a difficult task. However, it has become very important for individuals to have a good behavioral with other staff, customer, and the top management as well. The rating for behavioral competency is from 5, which is 5 is excellent, to 1 which is entry or not good. There are 4 main objectives for behavioral competency, which is 1 is self-management, 2 is task management, 3 is managing for results, and the last one is team management, and the managers we evaluates the company, the employees regarding to their own competency, such as individual competency. And the last method is functional and supervisory competency. Like I said, it includes 50% from overall ranking. Functional and supervisory competency is related to the skills that every employee should have, and it is also included with the leadership competency. The overall performance rating, like I said, is 50%. This part is important as well, since it's determine the number of employees in the department and agency, for whom the incumbent has responsibility for functional supervision. The top management will rate their employee according to the rating, and 5 provides an excellent. Meanwhile, rate 1 means the employee have a bad reputation. In summarize, that the rank is important to the employee, which is, like I said, 5 is the most excellent one, and if the employee has a rank 1, it means that the performance of the employee is in a bad reputation. I will pass the presentation to my friends. Thank you. That's all from my part.
Hi and Assalamualaikum everyone. I am Nuril Aisha, 256104. I would like to explain how the employer evaluate the employee performance that need work from home. Regarding today's issue, which is COVID-19 that happened worldwide, including our country Malaysia, that make the employees and employer need to work from home to prevent and settle down the issue. Udaland Sdn Bhd apply work from home mode to cut down the chain, also obey with the Prime Minister instruction that need stay at home. The company still use the traditional method regarding employee performance management by using performance evaluation form. With the current new way mode, the company applies several methods to evaluate their employee performance, which is quality and quantity, their outcome, and also trust on their
employees. However, the employer need to consider by evaluating the employee's performance based on their quality and quantity that must be follow the KPI standard to make it easier for the company to measure their performance. Doing the work from home, it must be a bit difficult for the employee to complete their work or task accordingly following the time. This is because it have another commitment, especially their children. Does the employer need to use a standard KPI for the current remote employee but has helped other company do online time card and other cloud-based items to track this metric? The company should consider ideal have a 2 or more employee working on similar project to help evaluate quality and quantity more accurately. Next method considered is by seeing the outcome from the employee. It will be difficult for the employee to do their work when it doing the teamwork task. This is because most of them have a different free time when applying the work from home. The performance is best determined by outcome and whether an employee is meeting measurable benchmark or goals. The company need to consider every aspect when it comes to the employee performance to get more benefit in the future. The company must put their trust towards their employee when this situation happens. This is because every person in the organization also affected during this COVID-19 issue. Trust in this situation on both sides is the key to a strong relationship. However, to effectively manage remote employee, the manager must believe toward employee unless they have evidence to the contrary that people are working if they are not in the office. Next is our opinion towards the method that used. In my opinion, employee performance evaluation is a key factor to inspiring the employee and at the same time improve their quality of work and motivate them. This is why Uder Land North Syndrome Berhad need to choose the right method to make the evaluation more suitable and convenient in the current situation that employee need to work from home. And at the same time, while using the right method, it will give more benefit and opportunity to their employee when they need to work from home and need to follow the standard to their performance. While work at home, employees are more concentrated and efficient, so that can encouraging the employee to work off-site. The company need to consider for the employee that involve knowledge work, productivity metrics are hard to come because productivity can be an intangible quality. Besides, the employer need to trust their employee that they are working hard to complete the tasks you give them.
Assalamualaikum and hello to everyone. My name is Nuzur Azwa Shazwan binti Azhar, matric number 256050. I'm going to continue the presentation by explaining how we design our employee evaluation form that is suitable for employee working from home. First of all, before we design the employee evaluation form, we need to know what kind of approach that we want to use in evaluating employees working from home. Thus, we decide to use behavior approach. This is because behavior approach will focus in evaluating employee that is working from home or remote employee on what and how, not where and when. Besides, an employer cannot reward an employee that achieves results but break company policies to do so. This is why an employer needs to focus on the behavior approach in evaluating an employee that is working from home. Next, after we already decide the approach that we want to use, we need to decide between what type of competency that we want to use between differentiating competency and threshold competency. We decide to use differentiating competency because threshold competencies requires an employer or an evaluators to evaluate employee in many kind of aspects. For example, the sales managers usually will be evaluated on how many sales that he or she get in each month. But if we use threshold competency, we need to evaluate many kind of aspects to get the performance of their sales managers. This is why differentiating competency is very suitable to evaluate an employee that working from home, because it will not be a burden to the employees or the evaluators and can be easily done, which is very important thing in the evaluation process to make sure it will go smoothly even though the employee and the evaluators are working from home. The next step, after the type of competency has been decided, we moving forward to choose the type of competencies that we want to evaluate in the evaluation form. And these type of competencies can only be decided according to the position that we want to design in the evaluation form. And in this evaluation form, Vice President from UDA Holdings perhaps has become the muse. So Vice President, of course, the most important thing is the leadership skills. Thus, leadership competencies has been chosen as one of the competencies that need to be evaluated. Leadership competencies can be defined as how an employee use his or her leadership skills, attitudes, and behaviors to motivate his or her subordinates, how he or her behaves around the subordinates, and etc. The next competency that we decided to evaluate in this evaluation form is technical competency. Technical competency is very important for an employee who's working remotely, because they need to use their computer skills, their information technology skills to make sure that they can still communicate and have a relations with their headquarters to do their works. For example, if an employee does not know how to work meeting platforms such as Zoom or Skype, it will be a problem to them to communicate to the employees or their co-workers in doing their job. So this is why technical competency is very important for employees who is working from home. Finally, after everything has been decided and chosen on what need to be evaluated and how to be evaluated, we need to choose what kind of method that we want to evaluate in the evaluation form. Thus, we decided to use graphic rating scale. This method is the most popular method among other evaluation methods. This method is very easy to use and user-friendly, which is very important things, because we need to make sure that the evaluation process won't burden the employees and the evaluators to do it. Besides, this method also will make the evaluators or the employers easily to evaluate the employees, because it's already have graphic situation in every scales or anchors that has been decided. So the evaluators or the employers only need to assess the employees' behaviors and then take which one that the employees' behavior is most suitable in the evaluation form. And the anchors that we decided to use in this graphic rating scale is 5 level, which is first unacceptable, needs improvement, satisfactory, outstanding, and the last one, the higher level, is excellent. And this method have its disadvantages, which is it lacks feedback from the employees or the evaluators. Thus, we decide to overcome these disadvantages by adding a section, lastly in the evaluation form, a section where the employees and the employees or the evaluators can give feedback, comment or recommendation in many kind of aspects, such as the evaluation process or the job itself. So this is our results of designing evaluation forms. As you can see here on the upper sides of the forms, we have the employee's name, the position and the date when will the evaluations happen. This is very important for record and to see which evaluators evaluate which employees, for if there is any problem in the futures, then both the supervisory and the employees can be found and to discuss whatever the problem is. And the next one, as you can see in the staffing management in competency, under the leadership competency, we have those 5 situations or graphic situations where unacceptable, how in the first situation it is unacceptable, outstanding or everything. This is why this is called graphic writing skills, because in every level there is a described situation, so it's easier for the evaluators or the employers to evaluate the employees. So at the end of the session, there is, like I said earlier, to overcome this the disadvantage of this method, we add comment sections for both employers and the employees, and we also have the overall performance rating where the evaluator can jot down the employees' scores, and then at the end is put signatures to make sure that it is authentic by both evaluator and the employee. This is our results of designing evaluation form for employees who's working from home. Thank you. I will pass it to my next friend.
For the conclusion, each of the organization manager is critical to the success of the organization performance management program. It is a powerful tool that increases the employee engagement and the performance of the company as well. Employee evaluation helps them to see their growth so that they can feel good about making progress over time. By using the right performance appraisal system will definitely give positive result for the performance of the employee, as they are aware of what they are being measured. So, that is why the employee performance management is very important, as it is not only positively affect the quality of work and productivity, but also benefit to the business in terms of income. Thank you for watching.